Hello, late night YouTube watchers. We are here with another episode of Jessey with Thoughts with Jessey. I am Jessey. It's been a crazy weekend. I will say that the craziness about this is. Just give me a second. Craziness about this has been the Blue Jackets getting Patrick Lanier. If you're unaware of Patrick Lanier, he was a left winger for the Winnipeg Jets. Got traded to the Blue Jackets yesterday, and it kind of been analyzing a little bit of that stuff still. But also had some major football today with the NFL and the two games. First one being at 3:00 with Tampa against Green Bay. Green Bay being the number one seed and having just a super potent offense with Aaron Rodgers having an MVP-like year. He's probably gonna be him or Mahomes. Once again, I wouldn't necessarily say anybody else could go in there for. I mean, you could say Josh Allen. Josh Allen has been amazing and is probably a good thing, but I would probably say Stephon Diggs is a bigger MVP on his team or on the Buffalo Bills than Josh Allen, because before that, I mean, they had Cole Beasley, but you just didn't see this Josh Allen. Now, yes, he's grown and he's starting to. He still had kind of that run. He had that running ability, and you saw that. But I felt like he started to use it this year a lot better. But they played the Chiefs also at 6 today. Two very interesting games. Sorry, a little cold here this morning or this evening in the studio. But let's get right into this. Packers Bucks. Looked early like this was going to be this looked really like it was going to be somebody that was going to be kind of a blowout, 21-10 right off rip. I mean, it was 7-0 off the big kind of the drive with Mike Evans' big catch from Tom Brady. Let's check that out. But on that drive, they end up going and scoring, taking up 7-0. Packers come back and go 7-7. They end up, the Pucks take it back, go up 14-7. Packers come down and get a field goal, which at the time didn't seem like that big of a deal. But I mean, when you lose by 5 points, I mean, that 4 points there in the beginning of the first quarter, that could really help to get you 14 being in the red zone. I mean, it really comes down to it. A lot of football today saw with the Bills, with them having, I believe, 5 field goals to start off before they actually scored a touchdown. I could be wrong on that. I'm still kind of coming in late with everything. Today was a really, really good day. Woke up this morning, kind of got some nice rest, just kind of relaxed around the house and got some stuff done. The biggest thing that I've been really focusing on and with my life and daily is trying to get my daily workout in the morning and make sure that I'm getting my reading in. The biggest thing that I really have been proposing for myself, at least for the past 2 years, is trying to get better every day. And the biggest thing that I've been preaching to myself in the past few months is trying to make sure that I read, trying to make sure that I'm trying to seek wisdom, trying to be a man of action and be persistent with my goals and stuff like that. So started out the day, got my workout in, got a little bit of reading in, was really happy about that. But we had a big lacrosse game. Obviously, it's pretty early in the show. I am a coach. I am a lacrosse coach. I love I've been playing lacrosse since I was in 8th grade, and I've just loved it. I definitely am I'm still learning. That's what I love about kind of the game, is that it's going to be a constant climb for me. It's going to be something that I didn't start with. I was born and kind of bred on on baseball and a little bit of football, but I wasn't really into playing football. It was definitely more of focus on baseball. I thought I could go somewhere with baseball. I thought that was really the one for me. And I was an okay player. I wasn't maybe the best, but I definitely can handle myself on the field in the box. But when it comes to lacrosse, it's been amazing. I've had a crazy journey getting there. Just having being so thankful for the city of Pickerington and just letting me coach. And the biggest thing that happened today was a 12-8 win, our first playoff game today. So it was really good just to get in. Had a really, really solid quick first quarter. It felt like second corner got away from us. Didn't get a whole lot going, but seeing a lot of improvement constantly with this team. This team's definitely growing into something that'll be good. But that was good. That was kind of like how I started my day off today. And then I came back and I started to really watch. Now I missed since I had that lacrosse game. I actually missed the first half of the Bucks and the Packers game. From what I saw, it seemed like Tom Brady was taking over. As much as that pains to tell me, being a hardcore Steelers fan, and watching Ben just kind of fall apart, I guess, towards the end of the year. Not so much. I don't think Ben Roethlisberger was the problem of this team. I think got a lot of hype comes in with it being starting off 11-0, and you get a lot of focus and we were definitely a team that I think went through a lot of tough injuries with Devin Bush going out with an ACL, Bud Dupree was kind of the backbreaker that once we hit the 11-0 mark and having them, the biggest thing I will say for those injuries is I think having that slow start with the coronavirus and the pandemic and everything for football definitely is affected everyone in the NFL. So there's no excuses. I think they still could have made a good run. Kind of fell apart at the end. But getting back on track, I felt like Tom Brady was starting to take over. He had 3 touchdowns in the first half. He already had 200 yards. He had over 200 yards in the first half passing already with 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, compared to Aaron Rodgers, who truly, I mean, he was an Aaron Rodgers type of day, 33 of 44, 346 yards. I mean, 3 touchdowns, one pick. Biggest thing is they got to him. They had 5 sacks. 5 sacks is tough to overcome for any team, even an Aaron Rodgers-led team. Jones going out was huge. I felt like their running back Adam Jones. Not Adam Jones. I apologize. Aaron Jones. But the thing with Aaron Jones going out is that it really takes the dynamic away from Green Bay. Green Bay has a good defense, but obviously with so many weapons as the Tampa Bay Bucks have, with Gronkowski, with Mike Evans, with Antonio Brown, with let's go down the line. I mean, Fournette, Chris Godwin. That's what I was trying to think of. Chris Godwin, their other wide receiver. I mean, Miller. The guy Miller surprises you. Scotty Miller kind of came out of the blue, at least in my radar. I didn't really even know Scotty Miller was a football player. So for him to come out and have a few catches today, especially the 36-yard bomb right before half, huge for kind of the Bucks. And you kind of can tell that, like, really the beginning of the year, the Bucks seemed as if they were going to fall apart. The national news was talking Tom Brady's, he's old, and he's hit the part. Bill Belichick was right. They should have gotten rid of him, blah, blah, blah. The other thing is I feel like that they're starting to catch in now. They're starting to get in that groove, and they made an acquisition with Antonio Brown later in the year, and now I feel like everybody is gelled, and they're starting to come together. So the biggest thing is, could the Packers have won this game after being 21-10 at half, and them getting that. It was 14-10. Aaron Rodgers is driving on the field. They throw an interception. Great interception by the Bucs defense. Hell of a. I mean, the cornerback in here was. I gotta look this guy's name up, because this interception, his name is Sean Murphy Bunnington. He made an unbelievable play. Really caught the ball with, looked like a wide receiver type of catch, but he was right. Great coverage, solid catch, right in the hands. Almost felt like right when he grabbed it and he started to pull it down to his hips, he was dropping it and somehow still held on, and then pulls it down, ends up running a little bit to get a few yards, but big time right there, because then that ends up turning into a touchdown. So that's a huge turnaround. And that was the only interception Aaron Rodgers threw, which ends up making it 21-10 at that point. So then if you go into the half thinking it's over. I mean, it's not maybe over, because, I mean, you never think it's over with an Aaron Rodgers-led team. But Tom Brady's got a lead, 11-point lead. He obviously seems to be blowing this defense apart. Well, that Packers defense came out with some bite, because they ended up coming out and getting 3 interceptions in the second half. And when you think about that, 3 interceptions, that's huge. You definitely think that they are going to easily maybe get some points off of that, get some things going. But hats off to this Buccaneers defense. I want to pull up their. So let's see here. This is from the second half on. So, and let's see here. No. So the first comeback right here starts off Green Bay ball, 21-10, fumble for 1 minute, which then that's taken down for an immediate touchdown, 28-10. Cannot shoot yourself in the foot anymore than coming right off rip and getting a fumble. And Aaron Jones also got hurt. So that was really kind of the clincher. You're thinking 28-10. That was kind of the backbreaker almost. I mean, then you come back. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to slow down right there. They come back and they get a touchdown. Then the Bucs throw the interception, and the Packer gets another touchdown. This is where I really thought the game was going to change, because immediately after the Packers go on a 13-play drive, 68 yards, took up 7:30, a lot of clock, kind of thinking, oh God. But they get the touchdown. They're down 5. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. They get a pick. They get an interception from Tom Brady, and this is where I was like, "Oh my God, this could be the what Max Kellerman on ESPN's First Take says, the cliff for Tom Brady that he falls off is right here." But that Bucs D, 3 plays. It's a quick 3 and out. I mean, think about that. All the momentum right there. They're in Green Bay. Just threw another interception. So this is 2 interceptions in a row for the offense after 2 touchdowns for the Packers. So, I mean, this essentially could have turned into a 21-point swing, potentially a 7-point swing. It's unbelievable if it really, really got to that point. But 3 and out, right off rip. That really shut it down. They come back immediately and throw another interception. So you got to think, okay, it is destined. This is destiny. Yet again, another 3 and out. You can't ask enough of the Buccaneers defense, which really is not the highlight of this defense. You got to think Tom Brady, all those wideouts, Leonard Fournette, that offense has all the stars, all the glory, gets everything. Even though you've got people like, excuse me, oh my God, Pierre Paul. You want Pierre Paul? I'm trying to pull up some roster names here on that defense, because, like I said about Murphy, but man, this butcher. I really don't know too much on the Tampa Bay defense, really. Khalil Davis. Let's see here. Oh, Sue. Okay. Shaquille Barrett. Okay. Shaquille Barrett. Sorry. Yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul, Devin White is the big one on the linebacker. Sean Murphy Bunnington, like we talked about. Ryan Smith. Javon Hagan. No, I'm thinking of Hongrave, who played for Antoine Winfield Jr. out of Minnesota. I did not realize that he went to Tampa Bay. Good to know, though. But get the win. Was a tighter game than probably what the first half entailed, but that's why you play two halves, people. Also, going into our second game here, Chiefs, Bills. I thought this was going to be a lot better than what it ended up being. It ended up being a 14-point win by the Chiefs, 38-24. The biggest thing that I was really concerned with was if the Bills defense could slow down that Chiefs offense, but also I wanted to see how much offense that the Bills could get out of that, beating that Chiefs defense. Really looked like the Chiefs have solidified the defense from their previous years. Obviously, this entire year they've been great. Obviously, last year they ended up getting it done. With the Super Bowl win, a lot of that I look back and think Patrick Mahomes really cleans up a lot of those mistakes from that defense. I don't want to say that the Chiefs defense is garbage, but they held the Bills to 5 field goals. I mean, this is to me that's unreal. I just want to make sure I've got this right, that it's 5. 1, 2, 3. It's 4. It's 4. Okay. 4. They had a touchdown, and then they went for 2. Okay. Yeah, that's where I was confused. But I mean, to hold a Bills defense or Bills offense to 24 points on 4 field goals, and it's amazing. It's honestly amazing, because then you really look at that Stephon Diggs wide out. You look at Cole Beasley. You look at these guys that Josh Allen has. They still, I mean, and really his running game has updated, and it was really just an amazing day to see. Like, to really see the Chiefs and Tampa kind of come out, get their wins, really get their stuff going. And honestly, this is probably, it's very bittersweet for me, obviously being a Steelers fan and really trying to grasp what's going on in the NFL, because obviously I with this, being a Steelers fan now, wondering if Ben is going to come back, wondering if Ben is going to retire and all that. And who do you go to now after, they signed Dwayne Haskins? Being a Steelers fan, signing Dwayne Haskins, I think it's great. I do think that Ben Roethlisberger will come back and play one more year. I think will be his final year. He'll say that. We'll kind of have something kind of like Jerome Bettis, hopefully. But, Super Bowl, hopefully. But looking at the AFC North, it's going to be tough next year. It's going to be tough. There's a lot going on with everybody. But being a Steelers fan and seeing that it's the Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I can't say I won't be excited for this Super Bowl, and I can't say that I'm going to enjoy the Super Bowl, and I'm going to be happy to see, because I think there's going to be a lot of fireworks. It's going to be a really good game, and that's really what you want in a Super Bowl. You don't want this game to be what we had with New England and St. Louis a couple years ago when it was 13-3. It's just kind of a awful game, just to know that it was so low scoring. But that's how it is. That's how it is to play in the NFL. You just need the win. Doesn't matter if you beat them 3-2 or you beat them 41-38. The biggest thing about in sports is you got one more point than that other person, or you got one step further than that other person, or you beat them by 1 second. But whatever, as long as you beat them, that is really kind of the end game and the end goal, to be the best, to be the people holding up the trophy at the end of the year. And that's where we're at. We are can't believe that we have already gone through with an entire pandemic football season. It's really amazing to think about that, that really everything we've overcome, to adapt and to really kind of imagine how we got here and what's going on in this world is just absolutely insane. And to really try to grasp what's going on is it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. How can you understand? How can you understand everything that's going on, even with all of the facts? Are they the facts? Really, is what comes down to the question. Are we getting all of the truth from everything that we need? Are we asking the right questions? And I think some of us are. I think some of us don't know we are, and some of us don't know we even have questions about stuff like this. I think a lot of things are now like trying to take away our attention from what's going on, and it's really just insane. I don't know. This world is crazy, and I don't know. It's not. You never know always how to take it. I guess there's always days that are better than others and days that are worse than others. I guess it goes back to how Kobe Bryant said, you really need to focus on keeping yourself in the same spot and not riding the roller coaster, not riding the highs all the way up and not riding the lows all the way down, but keeping yourself somewhere in the middle. Because if you do that, keep being consistent. I mean, it's easier essentially. I feel like think about that, like it's the ability to know that I accomplished this, or like a goal or something that is positive, to understand that this is great, this is good, but I still need to work for more. That every single day I need to be better. And I think that's something that, like I kind of said at the beginning of this show, I want to keep doing that for myself. I want to keep going and getting that extra 1% every time. I think it's something that's going to be, it's not easy. I wouldn't say it's easy. Obviously, like a lot of it is trying to figure out who you are. And some of it is trying to figure out if this is what you want to do, or what do you want to do? Are you doing the right things? Are you asking the correct questions? In reality, I feel like everything that's happening I believe everything happens for a reason. And I believe there was things to be learned and to be understood from what has happened. What is the question, I suppose, now? Like, what are we supposed to understand from what just happened? It really gave us all a lot of time to reflect and really try to figure out who we are and what we do. And for me, I suppose I reflected on myself more of how I treated life and how I kind of held myself and handled myself, and really looked at what I was doing and what I already accomplished up to that point. Was I something that Dave Chappelle had said, I believe, on the Joe Rogan podcast, was what a lot of people during the pandemic had to sit there and look at the decisions they made up to this point. Are you happy with the way you were living your life? Are you happy with the people that you attracted throughout your life? Are you happy with the people that you are with? And the scariest thing about everything has really been, you cannot close down. Like, it just felt like, I don't know. There's a lot of different things that I could go into with this. I don't know if we have enough time. Really, I like where I'm keep going with these, and I like that these are. I'm trying to keep these more mostly about sports, but I like to kind of keep it going. That's why I like it's a very different title with Thoughts with Jessey. I really hope that you guys can see that this is stuff just coming off my mind. Just things. It's really to get things off my chest and to have a conversation with some people and see if what's going on in this world. I don't know. There's so many different things that I could think of. The biggest thing is, I guess to kind of wrap up. I got a few minutes for midnight here. Definitely want to sign off this day with essentially saying that it's Casey and the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna make my prediction now. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think KC is going to win, be the first back-to-back champion since the 2003-2004 to the New England Patriots. I think it's going to be a 45-38 or a 48-41 type of game. It's going to be one touchdown, maybe a field goal. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't think the Bucs defense can handle Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce and that entire offense in Kansas City. I think the defense is a lot better than people are going to expect, but I don't think they'll be able to stop everything that's going to hit. I mean, you got to look. They put 38 up on the Bills.